Yes. So this is to notify everybody that this session is recorded. So moving on, we have not all the fields have potential to sponsor one's visa, right? So we'll be discussing further, but because what we are here to do today is to discuss and to make you have the information and have the strategies to probably get better at your job search, understand how the visa sponsorship works if you're hearing it for the first time, or equip you with better tools and resources to get to your desired destination in the end. So these are tech routes, some tech routes, not all, some tech routes that have high potential for visa sponsorship. This list is not exhaustive. There are lots of other other career paths that could also lead to sponsorship. We will talk about them. We will talk about how to play the game in subsequent slides. However, software based on regular hunting for sponsorship jobs for you guys, for the rkycareers career community on Instagram and the other platforms where we share sponsorship jobs, we found that these fields have a very high potential because they keep occurring or recurring in our searches. So software developer, backend, frontend, Java, Node.js, and the likes, React, and those are the things I see. I don't know the meaning of everything. Then data analysts, data engineers, data scientists, network engineers, IT support analysts, IT support engineers, project manager, IT project manager, and other project manager field, business analyst, change manager, PMO analyst, PMOs, transformation analyst, automation analyst, all under this category. We also have the information security and cyber security as well. We have the application development and web development, product owner, product manager, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and lots more. We can't have all the fields as well on the Excel sheet. However, some roles, Scrum Master as well, some roles in tech are functional while some roles are technical. However, there are some roles also that occur more often, like in terms of some roles are more random, right, in offering sponsorship, while some are not. And this list is based on jobs that we have seen that have been advertised that are offering sponsorship. Not all jobs that would eventually offer sponsorship are actually advertised with sponsorship. We should bear that in mind. We'll talk about that more as well as we go on to the strategies. So non-technical, non-tech roles, because this is we are trying to accommodate or to explain for a wider audience rather than just tech, because I've had some series just for tech. So for non-tech roles, we have the IT audits, that's within finance, right? We have finance analysts, we have IT, we have internal auditor, we have external auditors, we have the health, right, which we already know, the pharmacists, the laboratory assistants, the biochemists, the microbiologists, the doctors, the nurses, the healthcare workers, like we said earlier, the general practitioners, social workers, nurses and nurse assistants, and lots more as well across different industries. If I did not mention your profession, please do not take offense. It doesn't mean that they don't have, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have potential for sponsorship, right? But these are the ones that we want to highlight, or these are the ones that came up in our searches that we want to highlight, and we can't have it all on these slides. Like we said, it's not an exhaustive list. There's a wide range of sponsorship opportunities. I've shared testimonials of people that got sponsorship in HR. I've shared testimonials of people that got sponsorship in the so-called less potential field as well. So moving on, then again, we have this is to highlight some companies as well that keep showing up on a weekly basis, offering sponsorship, actively recruiting, and offering sponsorship and actively recruiting. NHS is a sure banker when it comes to sponsorship. We have Nestle, we have Quale, we have Ocado, like, and they are always, because they're always expanding into different areas, and they are open to sponsorship. So they always advertise their job with sponsorship. We have Airbus and Accenture, We Gift, KPMG, the Big Four, and a lot of other companies. If you follow my page regularly, you would see more names come up, or you see more names than this. But this is just like a splash of the list of companies that are actively recruiting and offer sponsorship. So because I've said that this list and company names I've showed you in the previous slides are limited to what we have put on the slides, how do you now test your own role? Because I know we have digital marketing analysts here, or managers. I know we have HR people. I know we have engineers. We have people from other fields here, right? Who also want to know, or who are now worried that my occupation didn't make it to rookies list. Do not worry. There's a way to check by yourself. And also I get lots of DMs about, oh, I've just gone through your job list. I can't find accountant on it. Does that mean accountants don't have potential to get sponsorship? No, because they are not on rookies list does not mean that they've entered a list of damnation, or that they are bound not to offer you sponsorship. This is how you can find out. Just 4 steps. The first thing is to check on the UK skilled worker shortage occupation list. That your desired occupation, is it on that list? This would make you to be able to make informed decision about the next steps in your career, or the next steps in your journey, your UK journey. Search for the job role on the UK worker shortage list to be sure it's on the list. Then search next. Even if so, like I said, the shortage list is a smaller list, right? Does not encompass all the jobs that have the potential to actually sponsor you. It only has jobs that are high in demand and that have been deemed to be in shortage in the UK. And bear in mind, not all the jobs on this list actually have high potential. There are some jobs that are not on this list that actually even offer more sponsorship than jobs on the shortage list. So it's good to know about the 2 lists. I've had a lot of people say, oh, they only knew about the shortage list. They didn't know that there was another list, and they didn't even know that the lists were different. So check the bigger list. And the reason why you need to know about this bigger list is because you might be in a field that has, in quotes, right, lower potential for sponsorship, but you found yourself in a company, right, that has a license. Probably earlier, when you had the right to work, maybe on your post-study visa or on the remaining part of your student visa, right? However, this company has license, but you now need to know if this particular occupation is on this list. If the occupation has made it to this list, then the company can go ahead to sponsor you for the job. After you've done that, you search for visa sponsorship vacancies for the role you are interested in on LinkedIn. There are different ways you can do this. You can do business analyst plus visa sponsorship. That's if your role is business analyst, right? You can do projects manager plus visa sponsorship. You can just do business analyst visa sponsorship. You can take out the plus. There are different ways. And apart from visa sponsorship as well, there are several other keywords that you can use to extract jobs that offering sponsorship. You can use, if you're outside the country, for instance, you can use relocation assistance offered. You can use business analyst plus relocation assistance. You can use business analyst plus global relocators. You can use business analyst plus tier 2. You can use business analyst plus skilled worker visa. After you've done this search, always remember to turn on notification. And you can just generally search for visa sponsorship offered, right? And just scan through the list. Turn on notification for this. There's a way the LinkedIn works, because, based on the services I offer to clients, right? I'm able to like have a very good understanding of how LinkedIn works. So based on how LinkedIn works, right, if you search for visa sponsorship jobs, sometimes it's very sensitive to give you things based on what you have listed on your open to section on LinkedIn. So you see more of, so if I turn on visa sponsorship offered on my own LinkedIn and someone else does the same, you might not see exactly the same jobs. There's another trick I want to also drop for you here. When you search for visa sponsorships, or when you search for a visa sponsorship job, right, I would employ you not to just search for jobs. You can see that jobs is highlighted here, right? Sometimes just change these jobs to posts. When you change these jobs to posts, then you see recruiters who have probably posted on their timeline visa sponsorship, like with the keyword visa sponsorship. So that is also another way to get into the what would I call it, the hidden markets, right, where they've not listed this as they've not advertised it on LinkedIn as a job. You know, there was a day that I just did that and I got lots of opportunities that did not come up when I used jobs. They just came up, a recruiter saying, oh, I have this wonderful job in this particular location, this is the amount, this is the blah blah blah, and it's offering, my client is willing to offer visa sponsorship for this. So aside from jobs, tweak your search to also search for posts, right? I'm sure, I hope that we get that and we take that away. So moving on, LinkedIn is a very, very powerful tool to explore in our job search. If you are trying to search for jobs in the UK and you don't have a LinkedIn account or your LinkedIn is not optimized, I promise you, you might not get optimum results out of your search or out of your plans. You need to ensure that your LinkedIn is active, you have an account, you know, because I've had a lot of people too that didn't even have an account at all. You know, when you are trying to build a new account as well, it takes time, because if you work on an account that is very new, you might not be able to add as much recruiters at the beginning as you might want to. So, but it will take time. You add your friends, add people that are in your face first before you will start being able to add recruiters. Also, when you search for this visa sponsorship, you could change to people too, because on this jobs drop down list, we have jobs, we have people, we have companies. You could even try to look at all the pick the drop down list one after the other, because to be honest, if you are keen about something, then you need to employ as many ways as possible to achieve your purpose. I post lots of visa sponsorship jobs every day. I'm not searching for visa sponsorship job, I'm searching for it. I'm hunting those jobs for you guys, and if I can continue to do this, and also because there's nothing I do that I don't teach, that I don't end up probably making a video about it to teach you also how to do, because I don't want you to be reliant on me. I don't want you to be reliant on anybody, to be honest. Just dropping 1 job, 2 jobs, 3 jobs is not going to help you achieve your goal. You need to be able to do it by yourself. So like if you go through my page as well, apart from the jobs I drop, I drop jobs to create a database. I have a spreadsheet where I keep jobs. My LinkedIn page, the company LinkedIn page, rkycareers, is just a job board for jobs. They are just to create a database for these jobs. However, I need you to be able to search for these jobs yourself. Turn on the notification so that you get it first and you get to apply before lots of people have applied. You know, you get to have first-hand access to these job opportunities. So moving on from LinkedIn now, the next tool to use to search for sponsorship jobs is Google. We already know how mighty Google is, right? So if you just search on Google, I would say Google before I now narrow it down to job boards, because all job boards as well, you can find them on Google or other search engines, right? So when you search for visa sponsorship jobs in finance, for instance, it will give you lots of results, probably at the top of, you know, based on search engine optimization as well for the different job boards. Some job boards will come ahead of the others. LinkedIn would also come up. So you can now explore from job board to job board. What are the results that have come out? It could be frustrating when you're searching for visa sponsorship jobs that some other jobs that are not actually offering sponsorship would come up. They would come up because the employer, the recruiter, the hiring company, they've stated in bold letters there that we do not offer visa sponsorship for these roles. To be honest, it annoys me as well. When my results for visa sponsorship notification comes up, I wish I could just look for a way to filter we do not offer visa sponsorship roles that are there, because sometimes even half of the roles that will come up are actually not offering visa sponsorship. But because you have just used the keywords to search, right, that the intelligence of Google, artificial intelligence, or whatever search engine or whatever they use does not look at context. It just looks at the keywords. So back to what I was saying, then you can now narrow down based on job board. You can check Indeed, you can check Read, you can check Total Jobs, you can check LinkedIn results, you can check UK Hired, and some other job boards as well. Job boards as well. One thing to also note on those job boards is that you can also turn on notification after you have searched for this and you get the results that you want. So using these techniques I've told you, you can find out if your field has a high potential for sponsorship by yourself. So what are the strategies for you to get this visa sponsorship? So we're breaking it down into two categories. We have UK residents, we also have foreign residents. For UK residents, they're already within. We have the students who have 20 hours limits, we have the dependents, we have the post-study visa holders, and probably other categories, probably other dependents that want, maybe dependents of other tier 2 holders that want to switch from a particular type of tier 2 or sponsorship job to another type of sponsorship job. So what should you do to get sponsorship job as a UK resident? In the first 6 months, when I say you can apply to any job, don't limit yourself to just sponsorship jobs at the beginning. What do I need to get sponsorship? Well, everything you need to get sponsorship, I believe that we've covered. I believe these are the first few questions. She got a job. She got 2 sponsorship job offers in 2 weeks, I think, right, of landing in the UK.